Yeah, it has to be something pretty special for me to pick up once more the good old dead horse, the Planetside. I thought that I'd be doing it when the vehicle hacking were to be introduced. But unfortunately this time it had to be something pretty special in the same way that not even a short bus would be willing to take it on board. So let's talk a little bit about the Prestige, ASP system. A feature that could only be made by some ASP heads. For those that are in the dark, the bottom line here is, after grinding your character to such level it would constitute you as a mental case in any asylum, you can do a reset and return to level 1 and do it all over again. But this time, alongside more grinding, you earn these half-assed points that can unlock some special features for different bags of meat, nanites. For example, one such feature would be giving access to one class, some other classes grenades, or some other equipment. Okay, idea clear? Good. So where should we start with this one? How about a good old statement that the things in this game are not really meant to be upgrades, but rather side grades? Okay, yeah, well, that concept went out of the window with broken jaw as soon as the fucking loot boxes were introduced. But let's for a second there imagine that it's the good old days when we still have the hair monster for a designer, and this was still the case. Now, with such perks as giving primary weapons for secondary slot, why would anyone choose a measly pistol? Even if it's named my big black dick. Say what you will, but with such perks, it's no longer the case where, if the time calls, pull out your last hope, pew pew squirt gun. Now it would be, rat-a-ta-ta-ta, click click empty switch, rat-a-ta-ta-ta-ta. No more retreating or searching for NG, unless you are the unfortunate cunt that never seems to be around when you need one. Especially when you're in a max. With this perk, just keep on going. Anyways, after looking over a few things, I ended up listening to Serious Gaming, a fellow content creator, and while I might end up agreeing or disagreeing with any of his points, I highly recommend you take a look at this video as well. Now, he mentions that in FPS gaming these days, the two primary weapon mechanic is popular, and that signifies that players want versatility. Yes, that might be true. However, my cynical ass is seeing this as yet another trend-chasing attempt. Fuck, look at where the company's at. What the fuck? There's a third game now? Now, the aspect that perhaps here is overlooked is developer out-of-touch ideas or ideals as to what Planetside is. Yes, first Planetside game had inventory system, and this one has class-based system, yet the people in charge seem to think that it's a fucking great idea to half-ass this back to some kind of non-class shooter monstrosity. I could even see what someone there might be thinking. Hey, most weapons, tools, items, and dildos are being used between factions and most classes, so no one will give a fuck if we just inch towards the classless system. The unfortunate reality here is the game was brought up as a class-based shooter, and fine, if you want to make it classless, go do that, but this sort of revamp would require a lot of work, money, and time, of which Planetside has none. Still, fucking Hi-Rez did it to Tribes. Granted, they did it well, but it was too late. So fuck you, Hi-Rez, and go die in a fire, you shit company. And no, I'm not still butthurt about the fact that they stopped working on Tribes. Anyways, since complete switch is not possible, how about embracing class-based system and give each one a more distinct trait and gameplay? But that's like 2007 or whatever. Oh, what's that? Team Fortress is still fucking amazing? Not to even mention Overwatch? Oh, who would have thought that even in today's world a class-based game could work if it's a good game? But fuck it. Do you know what sets Planetside apart? What is the real strength of it? The thing that has given it such a power in FPS genre? Can anyone take a guess? Oh, come on, I know at least one of you fucks up there know what I'm talking about. I know you do! It's the open world massive battlefield. Oh, and also 3 different factions, but at this point they might as well be called 3 identical, slightly different colored, homogeneous blobs of vomit. So let's stick with the whole massive scale only. Now, it's not my job to do design for you assholes, so there are plenty of clues for you I've given to see what should be focused. So, wink wink, hint hint. Oh, and one more thing that got me thinking from Sirius's video was the fact that they make features to quote-unquote survive the next year or so. Sure, times are tough and you gotta do what you gotta do. Still, spamming the game with new features just to cash grab and forget is not a smart long-term solution. You must see that, and saying that it's fine is just justifying a stupid move. Fuck me. But you know what? I'm not done beating the fucking dead horse on the fucking perks. When I saw that Infiltrator was going to be able to pick up carabines, I think my heart exploded from my asshole. So to those that are oblivious, Infiltrator is the weakest class in the game with the least amount to really do on the battlefield. Yet, I love it to pieces due to the fact that Stealth offers this brain versus brawn gameplay, and being able to outsmart an enemy is awesome. In other words, most weapons Infiltrator has is just pure toxic sewage, especially scout rifles and the fucking trap. Or at least it used to be until I carefully explained how shit it was. So carabines are objectively better than SMGs and scout rifles. And with this feature enabled, why would anyone pick anything else in full auto category aside from some niche situations? Remind me, how balanced is this? Oh wait, we're talking about Infiltrator, a class that's synonymous to word underpowered and useless aside from being a recon bitch. Wait, what? They quickly took out this option? And the same with heavy class? You don't say! But the fact that carabine primaries were put in the first place for Infiltrator just stinks of incompetence so much. It's amazing. By the way, remind me, why this class didn't have smoke grenade by default? Oh well, at least now you can reach deep into that ASP and pick up access to them. Yay, so much stealth! You know, for me the game would be more interesting if each class had more distinct roles and uses, tools, abilities, and places where to use them. Wink wink hacking? Maybe I'm just beating this poor dead stallion for nothing, but if you have a class-based game, make sure that each class has a thing to do, and each of them has a distinct pros and cons, instead of generic Soldier 362, now available with Meditool. And then there's so much more different Soldier 673 that has jetpack thruster jammed up its ass, or Soldier 291 with Kevlar replacing most of its brain. Still, it'll only widen the gap between a beginner and a veteran player, to a point that my cynical self once more appears and whispers in my ear telling me that devs might actually sell these ass points in store if they get really desperate. Still, in 2 words, is this feature a good addition? Fuck no! Only late game players will get to use that, and dev time could have been better spent, I don't know, revamping or changing up classes, giving them more to do? But the fuck do I know? And in the end, if it's not clear enough from my passionate tirade, I do still care about this game quite a bit. So I guess I should be positive at the end, so... Oh, the new Empire-specific weapon designs. While they are slightly too modular and samey, for me, they still are distinct and cool looking, rather than NS garbage. So, really, decent work there.